Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cherry Hill East Fields. Today we have Cherry Hill East Cougars against the Cherry Hill West Lions in softball. I'm Ron Spitz along with Andy DeChristopher, and here is our Sony starting lineup for East. Center field, Mickey Schneider. In left field, Onmi Na. In shortstop, Diane Croft. Third base, Jen Hansen. Pitcher, Tracy Goldberg. And designated hitter to hit for the pitcher will be Alex Jacobs. Second base, Maria Carrion. First base, Farrah Sternchez. Catcher Pam Wakely, and right fielder Stacy Lickman. The Cougars are coached by Mike Caputi, and for our West starting lineup, here's Andy DeChristopher.
Leading off for the Lions, Donna Hind playing shortstop, Joanna Elias catching, Alice Skoka pitching, followed by Kim Cahoot in the cleanup spot, playing first base. Batting fifth, Lisa McCollin playing second base, followed by Kristen Lezak in center field, Sherry Sklar in right field, Tammy Stein in left field. Batting as a designated hitter for Tammy Stein will be Elena Salerno. And rounding off the batting order for West, Tracy Shannon playing third base. The West Lions are coached by Joan Verso and have a 4-6 record this year.
The first game between the Cougars and the Lions was a 3-0 decision by West. Yeah, well, right now, all this will be... All right, here comes first batter, Donna Hind, with a 276 batting average. Tracy Goldberg has taken the priority of East pitching. Second pitch. There's a hit down the middle. A shortstop Croft. The throw to first. But she is out.
And safe. Beat the throw to first base. Croft was unable to get it there in time. Good hustle by Donna Hind.
So here will be Joanna Elias with a 323 batting average. Low pitch, but that's hit to Croft again. And she misses it. Runners safe at first and second.
That will probably be an error credited to Diane Croft on that play.
Notice that this dirt is stopping the ball. Once it's hitting the ground, it's not rolling that much, so the infielders are probably going to have to play in. As you see Jen Hansen moving way in third base. Bunt, and that comes foul. First left-handed batter Goldberg is faced.
Pitcher Alice Skoka.
462 batting average.
Let's see if she keeps up the bunt.
There's a ball. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Hit down to shortstop Croft again. Throw to first. She's out. Runners on second and third. With Kim Cahoot up. Batting 192. Swing and a miss. 0-1. There's a ball outside, 1-1. There's a hit down to Croft again. Throw to first. There's out. 1 run scores.
It's a sacrifice or fielder's choice RBI by Kim Cahoot. And West gets out to the early lead here in the first inning, 1-0.
2 outs with Lisa Mulholland up. Strike 1. There's a strike, 1-1. Runner on third, 2 outs. Here in the top of the first. There's a hit down to first base, and Farrister just gets the out. One hit and 1 run scored for West. They lead 1-0 with East at bat. Here comes Mickey Schneider, the center fielder, leading off for East. She's a .292 batting average. We'll see Elisa Skoka pitching for West. Strike 1. Infielders are playing way in. Second pitch. There's another strike.
The reason why the West infield is playing in is because East rather, is not a power hitting team and struggles to get the ball out of the infield. And with the dirt slowing the ball down, it's important for them to play in.
There's a hit to shortstop Hind. There's an out. So Mickey Schneider grounds out to shortstop. That'll bring out Omi Na with a .273 batting average. She's the left fielder for East. There's a strike. Lisa Skoku is racking up the strikes today. That's going to be a ball low, a little outside maybe. 1-1. Bunt attempt comes off foul. 1-2. There's another outside pitch. 2-2's the count on Omina. No runners on base and 1 out. There's a hit up to the second baseman, and there's another out. That was Lisa Mulholland with the out. Now will come up Diane Croft, the shortstop. 2 outs and none on base. There's a high pitch outside. 1 ball. Another high pitch outside. 2-0. These West players on the bench are making some noise. Could be distracting the pitcher when they're actually trying to help her. Croft hits it up to Hind again. The throw, and she's out. That's the end of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Score here at East is West 1, East 0. Elisa Skoka. Here comes up Kristen Lysak, the center fielder. Pitch is low by Goldberg. A 1-0 count. There's a swing and a foul tip back behind the batter.
1-0 the count.
There's another foul ball. 1-2 is the count now. That ball goes out behind the backstop. Lucky fan will pick that up. There's another foul ball behind the backstop. Goldberg's in her groove, getting the pitchers, or the batters rather, to swing and hit those first two strikes.
I think it was the same lucky fan to converge on both foul balls. An amazing feat. Could be a first.
We'll see Goldberg now try to make a curve breaking ball to get the batter to ground out. But she messes that up. Takes a ball, 2-2. Tracy Goldberg is pitching all 8 games by East. And there's a foul ball out to Sternchez, who makes the low catch. 1 out. That'll bring up Sherry Sklar, the right fielder. She's batting .238.
Cold, overcast day here at East. Unusual May weather. Could be affecting the players later on in this game.
There's the pitch. And a foul ball. Well, in addition to this East-West softball game, we also have a track practice out here along with East-West JV and varsity baseball games.
Action-packed day.
There's a hit up to Sternchez, who makes the catch and throws it over
Good defense
to
by
Maria Carrion.
Good defense there by Farrah Sternchez. Actually put a little bit of a dive into there. Nice to see the extra effort by Cherry Hill East.
It's also nice to see Maria Carrion awake there to realize to jump over to catch the ball. Two outs to Elena Salerno. Batting .333. It's the pitch, and she hits that foul. A lot of the batters have hit the first or second pitch foul, which brings their count down already without even hitting it. There's a low pitch ball. Another low pitch for a ball. And another low pitch for a ball. Goldberg's got to keep that ball higher up.
She falls to a full count here, 3-2.
There's a hit up the middle. Center fielder Schneider picks it up, and there's a base hit for Elena Salerno. Two outs for Tracy Shen in the third base. There's a hit to left field, and Omina makes the catch. So for East, there is one hit. So for West, there is one hit, no runs, and one left. The middle of the second, it's West 1, East nothing. So here comes Jen Hansen, the third baseman. And here comes Skoka with the pitch.
Blowing outside, ball 1.
There's a hit by Hanson up to the second basewoman, and there she's out. That was Lisa Mulholland with the throw. I think that's the second time she dropped it, picked it up, and threw it to first base.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Andy. So that'll bring up designated hitter Alex Jacobs, who hits it down the third base line to Tracy Shannon, and she makes the out.
East has not hit the ball out of the infield so far, as they've hit into 5 straight groundouts.
That'll bring up Marie Carrion, second baseman for East. She swings and misses. 0-1. There's a high pitch outside. 1-1.
Good eye there by Marie Carrion.
1-1 pitch is low for a ball.
That's a called strike.
Ooh, that's a tough pitch there. Tough call to make by that umpire. There's a pop-up to Mulholland, who makes the out. That's 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left for East at the end of the second. It's West 1, East 0. So here comes up Donna Hind, who had an infield singer in her first at-bat. She hits that up the middle of the center field. Schneider, who makes the throw. She's safe.
Good hustle, though, by Mickey Schneider, who actually almost threw out Donna Hind at first base. Hind had the hustle there.
I think that's at the because of these light winds that are coming around, the outfielders are playing in, and Schneider's basically only about 30 or 40 feet behind the outfield, behind the infield, actually.
Neither of these teams is a power hitting team, and that's why this.
There's a hit up the left side between Croft. Ball got by Croft and Hanson up to Omina. So runners in first and second. That brings up Elisa Skoka, the pitcher. That's Joanna Ilias, who had a single. Skoka grounded out to a fielder's choice in the first at-bat. Left-handed batter. There's another low pitch by Goldberg.
Looks like Donna Hind might be going here. Steal third base.
There's a pop-up to end of the outfield, and Maria Carrion makes the catch.
One down now here in the bottom of the second. Top of the third, rather.
There's another hit up the middle. Croft makes the out at second. Barely trapped that ball and got her foot on the bag. She was looking to make the double play, but she was a little slow in that. Snow will have runners on first and third with 2 out. Be Lisa Moham, the second base girl, consulting Joe Inverso as to what she should do. Versa looks a little upset. There's the steal to second. Run to home, and she's safe.
The double steal by Cherry Hill West. Beautifully executed.
I don't think Pam Wakely should have thrown that up the middle. She probably would have saved a run if she just let the runner stay staying safe at second.
May not have seen the runner go, as I think the runner did not leave until after the runner at first left.
So Kim Kohood will be on second base with Lisa Mulholland up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the pitch. She hits that deep to right center field. That bounces for a hit.
Run will score. Kim Cahoot trots on home. West has a 3-0 lead here in the third inning.
Stacy Lichtman slipped on that grass out there. Two out. That'll be a ground ball up to Croft with the throw to first, and she's out, and there's the inning. So for 3 hits and 2 runs with no errors, West will now lead the game 3-0.
Who's the last batter for them? Isaac?
Yeah. That'll bring up Farrah Sternchez, the first base girl. Hits that foul, 0-1. Farrah's batting 167. 3 for 18, 2 singles, and a double. There's the high and outside pitch, 1-1. Skoka will take the next pitch. That'll be low for a ball, 2-1.
Skoka pitching excellent so far. No hitter going for after 2.
That'll be strike 2. 2-2 is the count here to Sternchez. Hits that foul behind the backstop. The ball hit the boys' track coach, Dave Grubb.
I doubt Mr. Grubb thought that track could be such a dangerous sport. As we see that pitch go over the catcher for a ball.
Two and 2 pitch is a called strike. Sternchez strikes out. 1 out. That'll bring up Pam Wakely, the catcher.
That was Skoka's first strikeout of the game.
Pam's batting 267. Ball is low. 1-0. There's the pitch. Grounder up the first baseman, Kohoot, and she makes the out by herself. Wakely got jammed in there. Bounced a grounder up to first base girl. That'll bring up Stacy Lichtman, the right fielder. Whoa, Skoka, this is softball, not bowling.
That one never got to the plate. It bounced well in the dirt well before the plate for ball 1.
There's another low ball. I think what's happening is Stacy Lichtman's batting stance is so low to the ground that's forcing the pitcher to throw it lower. There's a swing and a miss. 2-1 is the count. There's a Blooper into right field. That'll be a single.
Not by much, though. She had to run that one out. It's a good throw there by Sherry Sklar from right field to almost get the out of first. But nonetheless, that is East's first hit by Stacy Lickman.
So that'll bring up Mickey Schneider, who grounded out in her first plate appearance. I think that ball hit Schneider in the ankle. She laughs it off. And she'll take her base. Lickman will move up to second. So with 2 outs and runners on first or second, that'll bring up Omina, who also grounded out her first appearance. And she hits that up to the second baseman, Lisa Mulholland, who makes the out and saves West from East scoring. So with 1 hit, no runs, and 2 left, West leads 3-0. Leading off will be Sherry Sklar, who grounded out in her first appearance. She's the right fielder, came into this game batting .238. Hear those horns, that's a home run for East baseball team. As that ground ball goes up the middle to Schneider. That'll be a stand-up single for Sklar.
So there's a lead-off single by Sherry Sklar to get this 4th inning underway.
A lot of excitement over in that baseball field. We just saw Tracy Goldberg, the pitcher, looking over there. And see how her attention is disturbed as she pitches the ball inside. There's a strike. She gets jammed and hits that up the first base, but that goes foul. Foul tip hits the bat top. So Elena Salerno gets it again, hits it foul to the backstop, right in our camera. Hits it again to the backstop.
What is that, her 4th foul in a row?
I think so. She's going to have to buy us a new camera soon. She goes golfing and strikes out.
That is the first strikeout for Tracy Goldberg.
Bring up Tracy Shannon, 3rd baseman.
Tracy popped out her first at bat.
There's an outside pitch. Oh, she hits that deep to left field. Omina makes the catch. Spectacular play.
Good defensive play by Onmina to save East from an extra base hit. There's 2 outs now. Cherry Hill West. Sherry Sklar still on first rather, after her leadoff single.
Brings up Donna Hind. Steal is good as catcher throws that over second baseman's head. Pam Wakely threw that a little too hard, and luckily Schneider was there, or else it would have been a double steal.
Donna Hind is the hitter. She's 2 for 2 so far in the infield single, and a single into center field.
She hits that to the pitcher Goldberg, who throws it to first, and there's an out. So with one hit and one left, West leads 3-0, coming to the bottom of the fourth. So here comes up Diane Croft, who grounded out in her first appearance. Skoka's pitch is outside for a ball. There's a low pitch. 3-0 is the count.
Skoka seems to be having a little bit of control problems in the past couple of innings.
She walks Croft. I think that's the first walk by Skoka this afternoon.
She also hit Mickey Schneider. That is the first official walk. Diane Croft is a leadoff base runner for Jen Hansen.
Croft steals second.
On a wild pitch. Well over the catcher's head. And Alice Skoka starting to lose control here. Has got to get her confidence back and start concentrating on what she's doing here.
It's Croft first stolen base. As Hansen hits that, the blooper up the right field side. Croft coming to third. Throw is there, but it is short. She'll stand up at third. Runners in first and third with designated hitter Alex Jacobs at bat. So for this first time, East has runner in scoring position. Let's see what Alex Jacobs can do about that. Jacobs steps out of the box. Comes back in. Steal to second. But the throw goes to shortstop, who tried to catch Croft, but she was late. So now we have runners on second and third.
Jen Hansen takes second.
There's a high pitch by Skoka. 1-1 is the count to Alex Jacobs, the designated hitter. Low pitch. Jacobs swings for it. There's another low pitch. Believe the count is 2-2. There's a strike, and Jacobs strikes out.
Jacobs not happy with the call, but I think it was a good call. Perfect pitch by Skoka.
That'll bring up Maria Carrion. She popped out in her first at-bat. That'll be a strike. 0-1's the count to Carrion, with runners on second and third.
And one out.
There's the bunt. Croft stays up the middle. She comes home, and the score is now 3-1. RBI bunt for Carrion. West lead is now cut 3-1. That'll bring up Farrah
she was
Sacrifice?
yeah, I would sacrifice.
Stern just striked out her first at bat. Still Jen Hansen on second base. Sternjez hits that to right field. That's going to be fair. Hansen coming around third.
But she was called out at first, and as a matter of fact, I think he was right. I think the ump was right there. Not very much hustle by Farrah Sternchoss, who gets thrown out by the right fielder to end the inning.
So now we'll come to the top of the fifth. West leading 3-1.
So we're going to stretch time.
Yeah.
Who's stretch time going to be sponsored by? Can't be Sony again. Let's go with Coca-Cola.
Champion.
Champion Sporting.
Joanna Elias is the batter. Pops it up to Sternches. 1 out on 1 pitch. So that'll bring up Elisa Skoka, the pitcher, who grounded into a fielder's choice and popped out. Tracy Goldberg, the pitcher. Her family has come to watch her play on. Her father, mother, and younger sister.
Nice to see the families come out to cheer on their loved ones.
There's the grounder up to Goldberg, the pitcher. Makes a play for her parents. 2 outs. That'll bring up Kim Kohout, the first baseman. Oh, she hits that to Croft, who makes an amazing catch. So with no hits, no runs, no errors, and none left, we'll go to stretch time here at East, 3-1 West. This 5th inning stretch has been brought to you by Nike, who reminds you to just do it.
It's Pam Wakely up at bat. Count 1-0.
There's the ball. 1-1 to the count. Excitement going over there at the baseball field. I think a batter just got a triple over there.
And all attention here at the softball game was diverted for a second to the exciting baseball game just across the way here.
West baseball team is ranked number 1 in South Jersey. But let's get back to softball here.
3-0 count to Pam Wakely. Skoka still has not settled down since she started to struggle in the third.
There's a walk for Skoka.
On 4 pitches, Pam Wakely, a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the 5th.
Looks like Rachel Summerson will be the pinch hitter. Pinch runner will be Jen Probst.
Replacing Pam Wakely. And we have a pinch hitter. That'll be Rachel Summerson.
Coming in for Stacy Lickman. High pitch. 1-0 to Summerson. Summerson shows bunt. Summerson shows bunt again. Infielders creeping up. The ball is high and outside. Count is 3-0. Sia Summerson shows bunt again. I think they're going to give her the go-ahead. But I'm wrong. That one came in for a strike. 3-1's the count here to Summerson with runner Jem Probst on first.
She might get the go ahead here. This is the batter's pitch. 3-1 count.
And she'll walk Jen Summerson, so that'll move Probst up to second. Runners on first and second. That brings up center fielder Mickey Schneider.
Alice Skoka leads off the inning with 2 consecutive walks.
Schneider ground out and was hit by a pitch. There's a ball, 1-0 to count to Schneider here in the bottom of the 5th inning. In case you just tuned in, 3-1 West.
Bottom of the 5th inning. East at bat. Runners on first and second.
There's a low pitch. There's a double steal for East. Second in the game. First one was by West. So now we have no outs and runners on second and third with Mickey Schneider, the leadoff batter, up.
I'm not sure if that last pitch will be classified as a wild pitch or a pass ball. Have to wait to see the official scorecard.
There's a strike to Schneider.
It's 2-1.
There's a low ball. 3-1 to the count with the go-ahead run at the plate.
Skoka seems to have lost her focus here, having problems throwing strikes. That was not a problem for her earlier in the game.
And East will try to take advantage of that. There's a high pitch. That's the third batter. Skoka has walked.
Skoka walks, the bases loaded.
For Omina.
With no outs. A golden opportunity for East coming up now.
And Coach Joe Inverso has decided to leave Skoka in and see what happens with Omina, who grounded out twice. There's a strike. 0-1 the count. No outs. Bases loaded. There's a low pitch. 1-1's the count. There's a hit up the middle. Runners going around. Bases loaded again. East has now cut the lead to 3-2 with an RBI single by Omina. Jen Probst is ecstatic about being put in as a pinch runner and rounding the bases. That'll bring up Diane Croft. See if she can tie the score. Croft is 0-1, who grounded out and walked. Croft is primarily a power hitter, so we'll see what goes on. There's a ball, 1-0 to count the Croft. Bases loaded. No outs. There's a strike to Croft. There's an outside pitch. Count is now 2-1 to Croft. With no outs and bases loaded. There's a low pitch. 3-1's the count.
Summerson the tying run at third. Schneider at second. And Almina at first. As Croft awaits the 3-1 pitch.
I think Caputi's going to let her swing on this. Oh, she pops that up to third base. Actually, that'll be the shortstop. Mulholland makes the catch. Actually, that's Donna Hine, the shortstop. So the bases will stay loaded for Jen Hansen. Only one out, so he still has a legit chance to tie this game up or take the lead.
Hansen singled in her last at bat.
Swing and a miss. 0-1's the count. Comes Hansen, who's standing back. She grounds that up the third base side. The throw to home. There's one out. Actually, that'll be the second out at the plate. There's been no outs yet, or no hits rather, in this inning. 2 outs, bases still loaded. Wild pitch, runners coming in, and this game is tied. A wild pitch by Elisa Skoka scores Mickey Schneider.
And we're tied at 3 apiece. He's scoring 2 runs in this inning with no hits.
Alex Jacobs, the designated hitter, at bat. She grounded out and striked out. She grounds a third, throw to first. That's good for an out. So at the end of the inning, 2 runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 2 left. The score is tied at 3. Coming to you in the top of the 6th will be Andy DeChristopher with play-by-play. This has been Ron Spitz.
As we're set to get going here in the top of the 6th, Lisa Mulholland will be batting. It's Goldberg with the pitch. Low, ball 1. Mulholland is 1 for 2, an RBI single and a ground out. Now
She pops that right towards us, a couple feet away.
Foul ball, 1-1. She's it right back to Goldberg, who makes the put out the first. 1 down here in the 6th for Kristen Lysak.
What?
Pitch ball outside, 1-0 to Kristen Lysak, who's 0 for 2. Good eye there. Takes the pitch, 2-0. Goldberg sets the pitch. Hit up to Carrion, who makes the put out the first. And there's 2 down. Ground out by Kristen Lysak. And that will bring up Sherry Sklar, who grounded out and singled in her previous at-bats. She takes a strike. 0-1. There's the pitch. Low in the dirt. 1-1. Kristen Sklar. Although that last pitch was in the dirt, Goldberg has displayed good control. His walk no one is that is grounded right back to Goldberg for the third out. We have no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We're in the middle of the sixth, tied 3-3. Okay, we're back for the bottom of the sixth inning. Tie game. Alice Skoka is still on the mound for West as she will pitch to Marie Carrion. There's the pitch. Hit to the shortstop, who gets to put out the first. Nice play by Hind. Makes the easy out. One down. That'll bring up Farrah Sternschos, who struck out and grounded out in her first two at-bats. Here's the pitch. Line drive to third baseman Shannon for the second out of the inning. Which brings up Pam Wakely. Grounded out and was walked. She takes the first pitch. Strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low. Ball one.
1-1 the count.
Skoka sets the pitch. There's the pitch. High, outside. 2-1 to Pam Wakely. Grounded, foul down the first base line. Still 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouled away. Still 1-2. The count. Two down here in the bottom of the sixth. Score is still tied, 3-3. It's grounded down the first base line to the first baseman who makes the put out. Kim Cahoot. We're through six. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We'll go to the seventh. Score tied, 3-3. So we're ready to go here in the seventh. Allison Lane replacing Elena Salerno. Tracy Goldberg still on the mound for East. But that is not a surprise as she has pitched complete games in each of her first 8 outings. Pitch. Lane takes that for a strike. There's the pitch. Pop-up foul. Taken by Croft. Makes the catch, one down. Allison Lane with the pop-out foul. That will bring up Tracy Shannon, who popped out and flew out her first 2 at-bats. There's the pitch. Tipped foul. Strike one. Steal 1 pitch. High, 1-1. That pitch, very low. 2-1 the count to Tracy Shannon. There's a grounded to the Croft. Throws it to first for the out. 2 down. Here in the top of the 7th, that will bring up Donna Hind, who has 2 singles and a ground out. Her first 3 at bats. Looking to get West a run here and break the tie. There's the pitch. Pop up to Hansen, who makes the easy play and ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Score is still 3-3. Teams get set to get underway here, bottom of the 7th. Rachel Summerson will be leading off, looking to break the tie and get East their second win of the season. Alisa Skoka still on the mound, even though she's had some control problems. Rachel Summerson walked in her only at-bat. She came on later in the game, replacing Stacy Lickman in right field. It's the 1-0 pitch. Right down the pike, strike one. 1-1 to Rachel Summerson. Skoka sets the pitch. Swing, strikeout. Rachel Summerson with the K. 1 down here, bottom of the 7th. That brings up Mickey Schneider, who grounded out, was hit by a pitch and walked. First pitch, hit down to the shortstop, who makes the easy out, put out to first. Hind with another fine defensive effort there. 2 down for Almina, who is 1 for 3. 2 ground outs and an RBI single. We are just 1 out away from extra innings. There's the first pitch. Strike. A little questionable there. Looked a little bit low. But of course the umpire makes the calls. What he says goes. As Skoka sets for the 0-1 pitch. Hit to second baseman Mulholland. Gets to put out the first, and we're going to extra innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We're through 7, 3-3. I'll be in for the email. Send it back to you.
Okay. 9.
Okay, we're back here for the top of the 8th inning. We're here as we go to Ron Spitz for play-by-play.
Thank you, Andy. That'll be Elias, grounded right on the line. Sternchest takes the ball. There's 1 away. Here we'll have left-handed batter Alisa Skoka, the pitcher. She grounded into a fielder's choice, popped out, and grounded out. 0 for 3 for the day. There's a ball inside and high. 1-0 to count the Skoka. There's a low pitch. 2-0. These pitchers could be getting tired here as we both have completed full games going into extra innings. There we got a 3-0 count to Skoka. Three and 1. Goldberg picks up a strike. There's a hit right back to Goldberg. Throw to first. There's 2 out.
Goldberg with a surprisingly high number of putouts in this game. She had 2 in the last inning. That is at least her 3rd. I believe it is her 4th putout of the game.
It brings up Kim Ko-Hoot, number 23, the second base girl. Shaking around in the batter's box. She hits that up to Diane Croft. Throws it over the first. That's high. But She gets the out anyway, so no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. Going to the bottom of the eighth, scores tied 3-3. So here comes Diane Croft, bottom of the eighth, leadoff batter. She's the shortstop. She is grounded out, walked, and popped out. 0 for 2. There's a low pitch. 1-0 is the count. Oh, there's a hit up the middle of center field. That gets by the center fielder. Croft is rounding first. Center fielder's going out. Croft rounds second. I think that's going to be a stand-up triple. Stand-up triple for Croft in the bottom of the eighth. And here comes Jen Hansen, who could hit her in, and East will win the game.
Big hit there by Croft, coming in with the crucial hit. Triple in the center field. Center fielder Kristen Lizak trying to make the out, but just couldn't get there in time, and as a result,
I think Jen Hansen realizes that this game can be decided upon her, and she's getting a little nervous. But nonetheless, there are none outs with the winning run on the third. The game will be over instantaneously as soon as that run is scored, unless West gets another chance at bat.
Hansen is 1 for 3 in today's game. Grounded out, singled, and hit into a fielder's choice. This is her moment to shine here on local television. She comes up to bat here in the bottom of the eighth.
Mike Caputi's going to take no chances with his winning run on third. So here's Hansen. There's a low strike, questionable call.
But the ump has been consistent and has called low strikes all game. So you're not going to hear any complaints here.
0-1. Swing and a foul ball. 0-2 the count. 2 quick strikes to Hansen. She pops that up and behind the backstop. 0-2. Count stands. See what Hansen can do. There's a high pitch. 1-2 is the count. Swing and a miss, struck her out. 1 out. That'll bring up DH Alex Jacobs. See if she can work her magic here. Bringing in the run. That could win the game.
Alex is only a sophomore and represents part of East's future.
There's a low pitch.
But she is now concentrating on winning for East in the present. As she'll get her shot here.
1-0 the count to Jacobs. There's another low pitch. 2-0 the count. East bench has their rally caps on over there. There's another low pitch. 3-0 is the count. Pitch almost got by. Croft could have come home. But the catcher stopped the ball. Joanna Elias. There's a strike. There's another low pitch. And she walks. So, with the winning run on third, Jacobs will take first. Now to bring up Marie Carrion. There's going to be a lineup change here by Caputi. I think he's going to bring in a brace runner for Jacobs. So Caputi puts the runner on first.
For Marie Carrion.
Runner steals second. Stand up, no, not even a throw.
West not willing to risk a throw to second. Croft could have then taken home. Would have been a horrible way to end this one.
There's a hit up the middle. The shortstop holding the ball. Croft is coming home. The throw at the plate is behind, and East wins the game 4-3.
Marie Carrion with the sacrifice RBI to win this one 4-3 for East. Only their second win of the game, second win of the season.
Tracy Goldberg picks up a win. East will move its record to 2-7, while West goes down to 4-7. I think the MVP of this game has to be Diane Croft. As the players just splash Caputi with water there, that's Jen Hansen leading the pack.
That's got to be a little cold considering that this weather today is not very pleasant. Bit on the chilly side.
So West had 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. East had 4 runs, 3 hits, and an error. From the East field, Tracy Goldberg picks up a win. Game is won by East 4-3. For Andy DeChristopher, this has been Ron Spitz. Have a good evening.